Let's change the lights. You know, I haven't really changed the lighting. Oh, that's way too fast. There we go. That's better. That's better. I think that's okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Just JP. My name is Justin, and today we're going to go into a little bit of Nightwish, a little bit of symphonic rock, a little symphonic metal for your palates today. Nightwish is a band that I am familiar with. I haven't listened to every single album or every single song from them, and I haven't listened to them in a long time, so I figured I would listen to their latest album, which I believe is 2015, Endless Forms Most Beautiful. I haven't heard anything off of this album, so this is going to be entirely new for me. Just to give you a little background on me and Nightwish, I was actually introduced to Nightwish from their album Dark Passion Play. So I believe that was Annette who was singing on that album. I know that was very divisive in the community, but me being new to Nightwish in the first place, I liked her. I liked the style that they had. It was a more straightforward kind of symphonic rock / metal. And it wasn't, well, I guess it was kind of overblown. But it didn't have the operatic, that's not how you say it. It didn't have the operatic vocals of Tarja from before. And excuse me if I mispronounced her name, because she was not the first singer that I heard from this band. After I did listen to that, I did go back and listen to some other albums. Once, I guess that was the only other album I listened to, actually, and maybe a few songs off of the others. But I did enjoy Tarja's vocals as well. But for me personally, I actually enjoyed the straightforward vocal style of Annette, even though some would say it was more poppy. Granted, but Tarja has her own talent. On this album, Annette is now again replaced with Floor Jansen, who I do like because I like After Forever. Let's get into the song though. Of course, let me know what you guys think of the song. Let me know what you think of the set. Let me know what you think of the lights, the Yoshis, the sound. Hopefully everything works out pretty decently here. And let's start it. Join me in the comments down below for discussion. This is Nightwish with the song Shudder Before the Beautiful.
The deepest solace lies in understanding. This ancient unseen stream, a shudder before the beautiful.
that's Nightwish. With Nightwish, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get epic strings. You're going to get the loud, bombast, symphonic metal sound that they have. It's catchy. It's straightforward. It's not doing anything. Well, it's epic. I mean, that's what you're going to get with Nightwish, and that's kind of what I expected. And that's what I got. I love Floor's vocals in this. She's always had an obviously great voice. She just soars around everything. She swirls with the strings as they go in and out. The piano work is great. The guitar works. Nice riffs throughout the whole thing. Obviously, the drumming, the double bass throughout most of the song, just kind of keeping that awesome, typical kind of symphonic metal pace that you'll hear in a lot of songs. I actually really like the third quarter of the song when it kind of gave it a little break. I think it was mentioned here. So right here you got the standard breakdown, right? A little breath of fresh air from the double bass that was keeping that tempo. So before we even get to the choir part, I like the symphonic elements that are brought in that break specifically because it adds this extra punch to everything. So you already had the breakdown, but now you're getting an extra, the extra horns, the extra strings that are just giving it that little extra seasoning in the song. So that part I like. From Nightwish, from what I know of them, from what I've heard before, when you hear this song, you know exactly what Nightwish is about. There's not too many twists and turns that Nightwish is going to give you. You pretty much know kind of what to expect. You're going to get this song, the good opener. You're going to get the ballads. You're going to get the heavy song, at some points. You're going to get the song that's more classically influenced, maybe bringing in different instruments, kind of like the Islander from Dark Passion Play, that kind of thing. I like their core sound. I always have. It's not something that I'm going to go out and listen to too much on my own because even though I enjoy symphonic metal, it's not something that I listen to all the time because it's, as Manny has said on JPMP, it's kind of all the way out here, and sometimes you like to be kind of in mid-range with music, sometimes you just want to listen to something kind of chill, and symphonic metal is kind of up here. Well, just like I said, has a place, it's great for what it is, it's just not something I'm going to listen to all the time. So from Nightwish, I gotta admit, I prefer, just comparing opener to openers, I prefer the other song, The Pit and the Pendulum, I believe it was called, from Dark Passion Play, The Poet and the Pendulum. The Pit and the Pendulum is a short story, or was it a poem? Is that Edgar Allan Poe? I think it's Edgar Allan Poe. I don't know. Couldn't tell. Because it has that same sound. I just prefer... I don't want to say I prefer Annette's voice because they both do very well, Floor and Annette. Plus the Poet and the Pendulum, it's kind of in the same style. It's this modern Nightwish sound. But I feel like there's a little more variation. And of course the timing allows for that because the Poet and the Pendulum is about 13 minutes. This song was, I believe, 6. But I felt that they could have had a little more variation in these 6 minutes that they did have. Especially compared to what Nightwish can and has done in the past with all the different elements. But as an opener, as a single, I don't know if this is a single, but it does its job and it works well. So with The Poet and the Pendulum, it opens with strings and these little, not harpsichord and not piano, but these little sounds. It kind of builds this really awesome atmosphere and it kind of builds from here. Here it also uses whispering in the beginning, and it had the speech in the beginning of the other song we just did, but I feel like it's a little more effective here in establishing and building the mood. Of course this voice, I like this a lot. And of course it gets into the main riffs and everything. I feel like the softer parts in Poet are a little more interesting than the other one. So that's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm really just comparing those two openers because one I'm more familiar with and this one was very new to me. So that's kind of where I leave it. Would I listen to that song? I would not listen to it all the time because for symphonic metal at this point, I mean, there's already other bands that I enjoy a little bit more. Nightwish is one of those bands, however, that when they release new music, I will seek it out. I want to see what they are doing, what's changed, what's stayed the same, have they progressed, what's changed with their sound, where is their new direction heading, if there is a new direction at all, or are they kind of just sticking with the same path that they've always done, which is fine because they're good at it. Of course, let me know what you guys thought of the song as well. Join me in the comments down below, join me on Twitter, join me on JPMP. On the other channel, I'll have the link for you guys down there below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.